What's up, guys? I wanted to make a quick video just to give you a quick instructional here on how to engrave or add your name and the information you need onto 3D printed suppressors in order to meet all of the Form 1 requirements. So, you know, if you just download it, print it, and go, even if you fill out a Form 1, you're actually still not good to go, right? You're supposed to have a couple of pieces of information engraved onto suppressors or SPSs or SPRs or whatever when you fill out the Form 1. And I'll show you how to do that real easy with Fusion so that you can be good to go. So Fusion is, of course, if you're not familiar already, it's free. You can get a free hobbyist license, and it's totally suitable for this. And it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to use, and definitely a great tool to have if you're into 3D printing, any kind of 3D two-way stuff. All right, so let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is go, like, I've just started a new project, totally blank, and I want to go to my file menu and then open, or you can use Control O, and then I want to select open from my computer. Navigate to wherever the step file is for the suppressor that you want to add your engraving to, and open it up. All right. So this is just this is one of mine. It's my 38171 number. But so what we want to do is we have to add text on a plane and basically wrap that to the cylinder, right? So your menu is going to be a little bit different by default, but in the construct menu, it'll be somewhere in this list, you'll find the tangent plane. So you want to select that, and then select a face, or this one cylinder face here. And then since it's the same all the way around, we don't really have to change the angle or reference point or anything. So we'll click enter, and that will create this plane onto which we can start a sketch. So I'm going to select the plane, start it, and then in my first menu here, the create menu, I'm going to create a sketch. Now, once my sketch menu has been opened, I'm going to look in my create menu and select the text feature. All right, now it's going to let me drag a box. I want it to be, I want to make sure that I'm getting it, kind of half-assed even. Oops, whoops. And I want to make sure that it's big enough that I can use the proper size letters, which is according to the ATF, 1/16 inch or greater, which is roughly 1.5 millimeters. So drag that there. I'm going to check my height, make sure that I'm meeting that, so 1.5 mils minimum or 1/16 inch, depending on your document settings. This is 2.2, so it should be good to go. I like to go ahead and use bold, just because it'll make it a bit easier to read. And character spacing is not really that big of a deal. 0 is not that different than 5 or anything, 50 is, I guess, a lot, but I'll pick 5, whatever. Pick the font you want and everything, make sure it's legible, make sure it's, I wouldn't use wingdings or something crazy, and then you can enter your information. So, to make it look good, I like to go ahead and use all caps, that's kind of a given. I'd like to keep this on one line if I can. So we need that. We need the city and the state. I believe it needs to be given a serial number, and then a caliber. So with that all written out, I can center it, align it however I want to, and select. Then accept. Okay. And from here, we'll have this text kind of floating as a face here. So now I want to finish my sketch, and then I'm going to go to the create menu and select emboss. Now for the sketch profile selection, I want to select the text I just made, and then switch to my faces input and select that face of that cylinder. All right, now it's going to give me some options. I can either emboss or deboss, meaning either above, raise it above the face or drop it below. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and select deboss. I think either one will actually work, legally speaking, but don't quote me on that. And make sure that it's deep enough. So I can't recall the requirements. I think it's like 3,000 deep or something, which isn't that bad. So half a mil will certainly meet that. And I will select. And so there we have our engraving done. Pretty easy to do. Now, of course, if that's all the stuff you want to add, you can just go to select the component in your browser menu, save as mesh, and then name it whatever. Make sure that save to my computer is clicked, and then save it. And you can go and find that as the STL, and you are good to go.